regular board meeting in the district boardroom for August at 7:08. And we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first order of business is to elect a new board chair. So I'll now open the floor for nominations for board chair.
Craig, want to do this?
Yeah, I'll do it. Unless someone else wants the job.
Or board there. Okay.
Are there any other nominations for board chair? No, hearing no further nominations. Nominations for board chair are closed. All those in favor of electing Craig Albright, raise your hand. A new secretary is elected. Congratulations, Craig. This is all yours.
All right.
And this is your second.
Oh, it's just surging through my veins right now. Yeah.
Great. Can't wait.
Let's see, I will now open the floor for nominations for board vice chair.
So Larry, want to do this again?
I'll do it. Yeah.
I nominate Larry as vice chair. I'll second.
Okay, Larry is nominated in second. Are there any other nominations for vice chair? Okay, don't crawl over each other for this. So hearing no further nominations, nominations for vice chair are closed. All those in favor of Larry being the vice chair signify with your right hand.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Larry is now vice chair. Suppose I should have an agenda. It's a lot right now.
We'll give you one meeting. We'll give you one meeting, Craig, and then.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the agenda. Are there any additions, deletions, or amendments to the agenda? Amy gave me one deletion, and that would be the information on the first reading of board policy GCBDA and GDBA-AR. That's family and medical leave version 1 and FMLA and Oregon FMLA. The first reading of board policy GCBDA-AR section 1, family leave, and version 2 of Oregon family medical leave. And finally, the first reading of board policy GCBDD and GDBDD for sick time.
I move we add those to the information portion of our agenda and adopt the agenda as presented with those amendments.
Yeah, we're hoping we were hoping we're deleting them because we need
Deleting them,
time to
excuse
review
me,
the language.
removing those from the information session. It changed my.
Okay, I have a motion from Director Witowski to accept the agenda with the deletion as mentioned. Do I have a second?
Second.
Director Paysinger seconds that. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Do we have any community comments? No community comments, so we will move on to the consent agenda. And that is approve board regular meeting minutes and confirm employment. And then full laundry list of designations. Do I have a motion?
I move we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
I have a motion from Director Witowski and seconded by Director Paysinger. All those in favor? Motion passes 7-0. Boy, I really feel like I'm hitting my stride here now. Okay, moving on to reports, superintendent report, Dr. Fast.
Oh, boy, Larry never called you doctor.
All right. All right, so this will be real quick. Our administrative team spent 2 days together last week preparing for the 26-27 school year. As the board heard in tonight's work session, our time was intentionally focused on creating greater alignment across the district, clarifying roles and responsibilities, reviewing student and school level data, identifying priorities for the coming school year, and continuing to build a shared vision for where we want to Dayton School District to go. I was particularly excited by the level of engagement, collaboration, and sense of urgency among the team. We left the retreat with greater clarity around our priorities and how we will work together to support our schools, staff, and students this year. That's it.
Okay. Business finance.
That's me too. We've reached a tentative agreement with the Dayton Education Association representing our licensed staff. The agreement includes a 2.5 salary increase for the 26-27 school year, along with 1 furlough day, which will be taken as 2 half-days during this school year. The tentative agreement will now move through the ratification process. Negotiations with our classified association are still underway. At this time, the parties remain some distance apart on compensation. The association's current proposal includes a 9% salary increase, while the district's proposal is more closely aligned with the compensation increases being provided to licensed and confidential staff. We remain committed to bargaining in good faith and working toward an agreement that recognizes and values our classified employees while remaining financially sustainable and consistent with the difficult budget decisions the district has made for the 26-27 school year.
All right, thank you, Amy.
Executive session.
Maintenance report, Otto. Otto never disappoints. Oh, boy. Okay.
Green. Yeah, it's 2 people signed up to run. Oh, am I clicking, John? Or are you kidding? Down is forward. All right. Okay. Down is down, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, facilities report. Oh. What am I shooting at? Sorry. I can see the laser. That's crazy. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Sorry. This is like 11 at night on my time. Okay. Just give you guys a summer update. We got custodial maintenance, large projects, and safety update. Okay, custodial. Summer work for custodians is probably the hardest they work. I don't want to say it's the hardest they work, but it's go time for custodial. The moment these buildings are empty, they're tearing every room down, taking everything out or putting it over to one side and cleaning these rooms top to bottom. Waxing floors. We have a carpet machine. They're scrubbing all the carpets, going through the hallways, sometimes 2 or 3 times in certain areas, trying to get it clean. Just trying to do everything that we want to do all year that we never have time to do, basically. And they're tired. In case you couldn't tell. Well, that's our starting lineup custodians this year.
So is that their new custodial uniform?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Love it.
So I heard something about budgets, but I thought, it's worth it, worth the investment. Yeah. Yeah. We're missing our half. We have a part-time custodian that only works on school days and takes care of preschool and part of the grade school as well. So she's not in the photo, but that's our summer crew and starting lineup for this year. Hopefully finishing lineup too. And it changed our vacuum is actually a different brand and it changed it to a competitor brand. That doesn't actually say Clark Power on the vacuum. It says whatever our Power Flight on it. So I thought that was funny. No, I don't know if it's just coincidental or not, but This is the maintenance work in-house, and I am the maintenance worker. We no longer have a maintenance worker position, so it's all me. Um, oh, I wanted to say though, before we move on from custodial, this team, even though they're lighter, smaller than they were last year, has performed better than I've ever seen here. Actually, probably that I've ever seen. 14 years, 50, well, however long I've been doing this job, custodians do during summer. They're really doing good, even though they're a smaller team than last year, but they've done exceptionally well. Yeah, it's amazing. Everybody's doing good. Everybody, they're way ahead of schedule. That's my list, and I'm way behind schedule. But I'd rather have it that way. I'd rather have the team leading the way. That's how it should be. But that's a list of things I'm trying to get done this summer. And the further that summer goes and the less check marks I see on that list, the less likely it is that I'll get it all done, but it'll flow over into fall as well. So, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a beautiful sunrise that morning. It's that low pitch. That's on top of the cafeteria at the grade school. All right. Go. There we go. This is just a list just for fun of the contracted lowercase t maintenance that we contract out every year and every summer. So it's a lot. There's a lot of people coming and going, setting off alarms, breaking sprinkler systems above the old gym. That's there's a lot of testing. This is almost, and it, you know, I talk about safety later on, but I just want to point out almost all of this is safety related. Everything from testing the turf to the fire sprinklers. All our fire extinguishers are tested as well. So they give us a list of things, yeah, to repair. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't say pass or fail on it, but they give us a list of repairs that are needed. Yeah. Oh, and gym floor resurfacing. That actually happens later on in the fall. We've staggered that to because volleyball likes the old beat up slippery floors so they can slide on them. And so we've pushed that out to fall, and now we resurface right before basketball season, between the two seasons. So they've got new finishes that actually dry up so much faster that we're not closing the gyms down for so long anymore. Just a few days instead of a week. All right. Large projects. We had our 3-year AHIRA inspection done this summer. That's not a huge project, but it's unusual. Well, three years. Oh, I don't remember what it stands for. It's American. It's the asbestos for schools. It's the part of the asbestos code that applies to public schools in the United States. So that's all the rules. So part of that is that we do 6-month visual inspections of known areas and monitor them, and then 3 years we have professionals come in and update the report, go through everything. Oh, and I can give you guys a copy if you want. If you want to check it out sometime. They're at the front. They're in the grade school front office, high school front office. So if anybody from the public, and district office, of course, if anybody from the public ever wants to take a look at it, they can. And I think we put it online too. We should be. And practice field repairs going on out on our grass field over here. That's it for large projects. Very big difference from last summer.
Happy to see the sprinklers running. So.
Yeah, sprinklers are good. And I did some well work. I didn't. We hired the companies to come out and get the well filters working better. So trying to make it more reliable. Yeah. Safety, getting the all district staff refreshed on our standard response protocols. That's how we respond to emergencies. That's the stuff that's on the back of our ID badges, the simple I love you guys responses, and then security protocols having to do with how we keep our doors closed, locked, gates, all that stuff. Just all the protocols for that. So that's coming up for all staff when they come back from summer break. We do have 4 new cameras. I think we have 2 for the grade school, 2 for the high school, junior high that are going to be going up at some point soon. I would optimistically say. And like I said, a lot of the preventative maintenance we've been doing is safety geared as well, safety focused as well. All right, I just have a video. You guys have any questions? All right. It's got cheesy music, John, so we need the volume. I think it's 2.5 minutes, so sorry. It was graduation. And then it rained. That's our admin getting rained on. Got to expect the layer of bats down. And that's our new custodian, Bobby, learning how to wax. Pressure wax forward. We brought the retirees in for one final lunch with the crew. There's the grade school group on the cafeteria. Oh, that's very close. Down from the ridge all the way down to here. Got all that left. Got the whole bottom section. Yeah, very lightly. You don't want to go too crazy with it. That's where it all comes off. But I got it all. Took a while. Then we had a surprise leak at the softball.
This leak's been going on a while.
And then we got surprise rain. Nice summer rain. Yeah. Came out good. Trying to get our paint to work match. And this is actually today. A little before and afters. Yeah. Deck paint. Front of the district office. That's all I got. Completely random, whatever I remember to take a picture of. So, oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, it's not working. Oh well. There's one more slide, but it just says thank you. Any questions? All right.
I just want to, I want
Sure.
to add that during budget season, it was obviously stressful for everyone. And my experience typically is, while it is people's responsibility to advocate for their own programs, also it's very hard to give up staffing, especially because it means you yourself are working harder, as is your staff. And we had a lot of staff members who are really making sacrifices for the greater good of the district and the team. And we've put so much effort and pride into our maintenance and facilities work that it's really hard to decrease our staffing in that. But Otto's attitude and leadership hasn't wavered once. And I think that's reflective in his staff and the work they've done this summer and the fact that we're further ahead than we've ever been. So kudos to Otto. Thank you. For,
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank
But
you, Adam.
that's we have an amazing custodial team. They just keep amazing. I mean,
And I think I am supposed to be buying them lunch here soon before school starts, right?
they'd like that.
Tradition.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's on record, yeah.
Possible. Thank you to you and your team.
Thank you.
Find it, you get all the money, from the,
We got all the money.
thank you.
Yep.
Just check it.
Oh, that money, yeah.
Thank you, Otto.
Thanks.
So moving on to discussion, we have the schedule of board events. Next board meeting is sometime in the near future.
Would be the
That'd be
17th.
September 8th at 7 PM or 6 PM. Let's see, next is board operating agreement. I believe, is that in our packet?
Yeah, it's the same.
We don't really skip over it.
I have a question about one.
Okay. We can. Yeah, if there's no issues with it, we can back up to information.
I just had a question about the immigration enforcement policy.
Yeah.
It says. I should have marked it if I went through. Never mind, it's under the Immigration Enforcement District property, not the other one. About required notice, why is it that it says notice must be provided to, and then it's on A, students who attend school where the Federal Immigration Authority is confirmed to be on school property for immigration enforcement and who are in grade 6 and above? Why isn't it for all?
So this is specific for students and not parents. So for the OSBA language suggested 7th grade, we put it to 6 because if we're informing students, it
Like
makes
the
sense
junior
to
high,
inform a
yeah.
whole campus, but I think it's developmental ability to process and understand. So the notice to grade school will go to parents.
Okay.
And that's what is required. And then as a school district, we can always go above and beyond, but based on the circumstance and what we feel is appropriate in that moment too. And then this, I just want to point out too, that I made a page that shows a summary of each policy change, so that you have them. And then on one of the immigration policies, there is a requirement to notify staff too of the changes in policy. So once it goes through, first reading is passed, then I'll be sending an email notifying staff and including the board on that, what the implications are. And these are the immigration policies are required changes.
Thank you.
Okay, any more discussion or questions on the information section? Okay, so we will move back to our board operating agreement.
Is it in here, Stephanie? The one we all signed
It is, and it's the same one we've used somewhere.
in the way?
So,
It's the same one every
yeah,
year. We
it's the
just
same
bought
one
it.
every year. I'll read it so it's on the record. So purpose the date, the board of directors is an educational policy making body for the Dayton School District to effectively meet the system's challenges. The school board and superintendent must function together as a leadership team. To ensure unity among the team members, the effective group agreement must be in place. Following group agreements for the board and superintendent. Collaborative governance. Members of the board and superintendent shall work together as a team, modeling lifelong learning and collaboration. Board members shall recognize and respect the superintendent's responsibility to manage the school district and to direct employees in district and school matters. Board members shall give careful consideration, listening to all perspectives, to all issues brought to the board by individuals and district leadership. Board shall make decisions only at properly called meetings. Board members recognize that individual members have no authority to take individual action in policy or district and school administrative manners unless so authorized by a board vote. Communication agreements. Board members shall follow the chain of command to communicate directly with the superintendent when a question arises or a staff member, student, or community members of voices that complain or concern. Board members shall communicate directly with the superintendent, board chair prior to meeting of the board to address questions and or concerns about agenda items. Board members and the superintendent shall communicate one-on-one when individual concern arises with any member of the board superintendent team as appropriate. The superintendent will communicate directly with the board. Individual board members make statements as individuals. If a statement is made on behalf of the board, the designation of a spokesperson shall follow by board policy BCB. If an individual response to to constituents is made, the board member has the responsibility to make it clear that they are speaking as an individual, not on behalf of the board. And finally, the following expectations are to be a priority during the 25-26. This should probably be 26-27
Yeah.
school year. Board expectations of the superintendent serves the chief executive officer charged with implementing the policies of the board and be responsible for the effective administration of the school district, including the development and communication of regulations, rules, and procedures to support established board policy. Create and sustain a district-wide climate of respect and inclusivity among student, staff, parents, and community members. Provide visionary leadership in enabling the district to continually improve the educational experiences of students and achieving the goals which have been established. And finally, be visibly present in the schools and participate in community events, organizations to underscore the most important interactions that occur. The superintendent can expect of the board recognition of the superintendent as the educational leader of the school district, willingness to study and evaluate education issues affecting the school district and participate in professional development and integrity of the highest order. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right,
We'll have to have one that says 26,
yeah, we'll
27.
need a revision.
So we can sign it next time, maybe.
Yeah, we'll sign it next time. Okay, finally, superintendent goals, Dr. Vast.
Yeah, so like I mentioned during the work session, I designed the goals last year to be reflective of the board's vision and hopes for forward progress. So the goals will remain the same by May of 2027. 100% of staff will demonstrate alignment with the Domain D standards by participating in at least 2 professional learning activities focused on building a supportive, respectful culture. Reduce documented staff culture concerns, which would be complaints, HR reports, administrator logs by 50% from the fall to the spring of this year. And each PLC or grade level team will self-assess quarterly using a team health rubric aligned to standards 9 and 10, showing 10% improvement on each term. So this is continued emphasis on professional responsibilities of staff. And student achievement goals by June of 2027, the percentage of students meeting or exceeding grade level benchmarks in English language arts and math on the state assessment will increase by 10% district-wide, supported by collaborative instructional planning. 100% of professional learning communities will analyze common formative assessment data at least monthly to adjust instruction using agreed upon norms and protocols. And staff agreement with the statement, I have to change the date on this one too. Students are getting a high quality education and the school will increase from 85 to 95% was the updated version. Can I use your pen real quick? Thanks. On the 2027 climate survey.
There he is.
Amy, they get professional learning activities during those
Late start.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yes, they do.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Love it.
But it also it holds myself and our administrators responsible for focusing on like the rubrics that we're using to assess the health of our teams in our schools. So
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And you and I have talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
It holds you accountable to making sure those are
Yeah.
productive sessions for our staff. We're giving
Exactly.
up that time with our students, so
Yeah.
make sure it's good. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? All right, moving on to business. So first item is establish regular board meeting and work session dates, time and place for 26-27. I'm assuming you still want to meet here in the boardroom.
yes, that'd be great. Although I kind of was hoping for a work session at the end of quarter 1
Okay,
to go over some of the diagnostic data.
and that would be
The November board.
the
meeting.
November 10.
Yeah,
Okay,
So the proposed schedule has us meeting at 6. Except when there are work sessions.
Yeah.
And there's work sessions on here at the February, March, and April meetings, and then you want to add November.
yes, but I don't think we'll need the March one.
Well, they're easier to cancel.
Yeah, okay, all right,
At least that's my opinion.
solid, yeah.
sounds good.
Well, I move that we adopt, may I? I move that we adopt the proposed calendar, adding a work session on the same date as our regular November 10th meeting as presented with that amendment.
All right, I have a motion from Director Witkowski for our board schedule. Seconded by Director Palmer. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Okay, next item is approved Dayton School Board Operating Agreement. It's been read, but we need a new copy, so you printed it? Okay. I would entertain a motion.
You want it?
No, go ahead.
I move that we adopt the board operating agreement with the one date amendment as read by our chair.
Second.
Seconded by Director Paysinger. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Next item is confirm confidential and admin salaries.
I included them in the board packet as well. As you know, admin salaries and myself they took a salary freeze and confidential salaries were increased by 1%.
Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that we confirm the confidential and administrative salaries as presented.
Second.
All right, I have a motion by Director Paysinger, seconded by Director Rinalda. All those in favor? Motion passes 7-0. Let's see, and then we have a recommended motion to move to waive board bylaw 9310 requiring standard multi-reading procedures, declaring an emergency to allow for immediate policy adoption in a single session and adopt policies KNA, KNA-AR, and KNA-AR2. I believe that is in your green.
Yeah, the three that, well, the one that Veronica had a question on.
Yeah, it's the immigration enforcement stuff, and that is statute driven.
Well, I move that we waive board bylaw 9310 requiring a standard multi-reading procedure, declaring an emergency to allow for immediate policy adoption in a single session, and adopt the policies KNA, KNA-AR1, and KNA-AR2 in our packets.
Go ahead, no.
Well, I guess you second, then I have, discussion, right?
Yeah, we can.
Go ahead, Terry.
Second.
So I have a second by Director Paysinger. Do we have any discussion?
So I'm curious on this, if, it's not gonna make, I mean, I went through it, but I didn't go through it super carefully. So my question is, if this is statute driven, then there's not much we have to say about it. We pretty much have to just adopt it and call it a day.
Correct.
Thank you.
Well, and I think it was helpful, Veronica's question. We did change the one recommendation as far as the age of students that get notified down to 6th grade.
Correct.
Any more discussion? Questions? All right, all those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Okay, we will now move into executive session. Executive session as allowed under ORS 192.660 2 section H. The section specifically permits executive sessions to consult with counsel about legal rights and duties regarding current or likely litigation. Representatives of the news media and designated staff shall be allowed to attend the executive session. All other members of the audience are asked to leave the room. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed not to report on or otherwise disclose any deliberations or anything said about these subjects during the executive session, except to state the general subject of the session as previously announced. No decision may be made in executive session. At the end of the executive session, we will return to open session and welcome the audience back into the room. So we will open up our executive session, my goodness, at 7:44. Okay, we'll resume our session at 8:05 p.m. Coming out of executive session, the next thing we have on the agenda is board reflection. Chris, would you?
I'm just so encouraged with the improvements in ELA and math that we're seeing. Thank you, Amy, for leading our staff to make these improvements. And I'm seeing it firsthand at home too with my kiddos. And I'm thankful. Thank you. Got you off.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just excited for the new school year.
I'm the same as Chris. Like I also have a child who, well, because this is kind of going off last year, but had made huge progress in reading, and that in turn affected her math score as well. And so it was definitely evident how they worked hard with her, or with a lot of students, obviously going through, but seeing their group reading and what they did working hard. And she moved up, I would like within a short amount of time, it was like 4 levels. And I'm like, that's such a huge improvement when you're second grade.
And
So
like you really see it at home too.
Yeah.
It's not just like
confidence, yeah, like just see them change it as well. So it's will be nice to see going into this year what that looks like for her too. And then I have a child in 5th grade, so his last year at grade school, and then we'll see how he's prepped for junior high. But I know it's okay. I won't cry. But no, it's good to see all that data that Jamie and Nicole and you and Robin worked on.
And staff don't know it worked yet. So once they see that what they're doing works, they're gonna catch that.
For
We're
sure.
excited. and
Love it.
It's gonna be exponential.
need a celebration.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ivor?
Well, I just wanted to say, from graduation, I was looking at these, our mission and strategic plan. Oh, yep, sorry. The strategic plan, and how I thought the salutatorian and the valedictorian speeches encompassed everything that we are trying to do, and the resilience especially, and the desire to overcome adversity to get to the next level, to say it doesn't matter what you were dealt, it matters how you respond. And we got that from a number of students. And it just, man, I thought something's going right here. And that felt really great. So.
Carrie?
I can't top Veronica and Chris's statement, so I'm good.
Yeah, agreed. That's pretty cool.
Larry?
Looking forward to the new school year. Hopefully this is the only drama we have and it's in the back burner. And you're right, the one speech that he was thanking a frame.
Yes,
Yes.
He
that was cool.
he said a frame got me through school. So, and he's doing a great job with showing people how to get to college. He's valuable.
So, start of the football season, we usually have a fairly significant list of young men that have a little work to do academically before they can see the field. And that's where I see it working, is that list still existed, which I would love for it not to, but it was significantly smaller than I think it's been in quite some time.
It's great.
And I just see it in the attitude and the demeanor of the kids that, I think one of the biggest predictors is there someone that cares about them in the school? And, to a kid, they all have someone that has connected with them on some level. And you hear, you hear Mr. Arredondo a lot, you hear a lot of different staff members. So, really kudos to the staff for really engaging these kids.
Yeah.
And so that's all I have. I guess we have no community comments, so we can adjourn this meeting at 8:10 PM.
Nicely done. Nicely